We earn money, save money and buy things. Living beyond the economic cycle is impossible. What trends are dictated by world markets and how does it affect consumers? Watch it in People and Economy. In this episode you will know why ethno-culture is becoming more popular, what festivals do attract people of Kazakhstan, and what is ethno-tourism. The number of worshippers of ethno style nowadays continues to grow throughout the world. The world's clothing, music, interior festivals and fairs are more often used with the prefix ethno, African and Chinese styles. People use ethnic motifs while designing clothes, repairing homes and visiting thematic events. Festivals are especially popular. For instance, the annual Hungarian Congress of Turkic Peoples is visited by more than 250,000 people. The World Nomad Games are as popular. This festival is held in Kyrgyzstan and gathers thousands of people. The Nomad Games is a great festival. It will be held twice a year. People in many countries knew about it. Nowadays, the event is visited by a great many of people. In Kazakhstan, more and more people are becoming interested in ethnic events. One of them is the Spirit of the Great Steppe, where we can obtain the information about all customs and traditions of the Turkic people. Asel Alisherova is one of the organizers of this event. She says that only in the first year its participants were about 7,000 people.
Это и венгры. Шикарная группа болгар приехала, словаки приехали.
There were groups from Hungary, Bulgaria, Slovakia, Turkey, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan and Azerbaijan. Last year we had even guests from Ecuador. Among this year's participants, there were many who visited us last year. We had been working at this festival for 2 days. People were happy. There were a lot of visitors from Kazakhstan, in particular from Astana, Karaganda and Kokshetau.
Они, многие, вот даже наши казахстанцы, сколько было казахстанцев, с Астаны приезжали, с Караганды, с Кокчетава.
The festival is not the only brainchild of Asel. She considers the work in her own travel agency as the development of the ethnographic village opened by her several years ago, her core activity.
Детство, прожитое в ауле.
I brought to life everything that I experienced in my childhood when I lived in a village. My mother was a craftswoman and made courtiers, and I was a shepherd girl and kept an eye on sheep and horses. But when I moved to a large city, I felt nostalgia and understand that everything that was in my childhood was the most native for you. So the idea came to me to create a village with urban elements.
Немножко с городским лоском.
Asel and her team were collecting customs, traditions, as well as recipes of national dishes and many other elements of the Kazakh culture by bits and pieces. Local long-term residents who remember all the rites and some legends were also very helpful. Nowadays, thanks to this hard work, anyone has a chance to be fully submerged into the environment of a real Kazakh village.
У нас есть маленькая программа Казахаул. Люди приезжают, мы их встречаем нашим.
We have a small program, Kazakh Village. When people come to us, we meet them with shashu ceremony. We also demonstrate rides to Sao Keser and Otskau Tegezu, as well as national games. We demonstrate that by means of these small programs, and people are really thrilled with all that. We also offer masterclasses on how to cook sinia, beshbamak, baosaks and other national dishes. We explain to our guests how to saddle up a horse and how to assemble a yurt. We also tell them what kele is and how Kazakh people washed sheep wool. Asel's team consists of about 20 permanent workers. However, in case of major events such as team building, corporate parties or visits of large groups of tourists, her staff increases up to 100 people. Notably, among them are adults and children, city dwellers and villagers. The neighboring village helps us very much. During these years, we found a lot of friends there. Among them are unemployed women with small children who survive on pensions of their grandmothers. These grandmothers visit us and help us by teaching our guests national traditions. For them, these are additional earnings. Children are also involved in this work. They participate in various ceremonies, learn poems in the Kazakh language, and learn more about their national customs and traditions. The main visitors of the ethnic village are foreigners. In order to get familiar with the culture of Kazakh nomads, they are willing to pay from 7 to 5,000 tenge, depending on the program intensity. Some of them even prefer to stay in the village for several days. They try to cook bausaks and sirne with their own hands, saddle up a horse and participate in national games. Asel says that foreign guests visit her every day, especially in summer period. Among the visitors are many unusual people.
Приезжает очень много съемочных компаний из-за рубежа.
Among our guests were many foreign filmmakers. In the year of the horse, the team of world's 5th filmmaking company from Japan visited us. There were also filmmakers from Belarus who shot Kazakh customs and traditions. There were visitors from America who made a very interesting program. Its presenter, an American, tried to do everything himself. We are proud that we helped other countries to know more about Kazakh people, our tourism and our beautiful nature.
Узнают про казахов, узнают про наш туризм, узнают про нашу красивую природу, узнают про нас.
Nowadays, people of Kazakhstan are willing to learn more not only about the culture of their native country, but also about other ethnic groups. That is why Fori Festival is so popular in the country. In fact, this is a nice opportunity to know more about famous Indian practices and shamanic ceremonies, taste various national dishes and participate in Latin American dances. This festival is held for the 8th year, and despite the ticket price of 15,000 tenge, the number of visitors does not decrease.
В этом году мы решили увеличить фестиваль на 7 дней, потому что
This year we decided to extend the festival to 7 days because 3 days for some people is too little. When they just begin to feel the environment of this magic event, freedom and art, it is over and they have to wait for this festival one more year. There are a lot of fans of this festival. They arrive from other cities, including Almaty and Karaganda. There are also a lot of foreign guests who come here to visit this beautiful place.
чтобы побывать в этом чудесном месте.
This festival also attracts people with its originality. During this event, common office employees change beyond recognition. Formal suits are replaced by bright t-shirts and colorful trousers. Visitors change not only their appearance, but also try their hand at other areas. They learn to play Indian music instruments, do archery, ride buggies and solve quests. They can also make soap, master polymer clay modeling, draw pictures and enjoy outdoor art classes. My platform is leisure activities for adults. I made it not only active, bouncy castles, jump ropes and shooters, but also intellectual, guests, honey house and magic theater, because people sometimes need to take a rest and alleviate stress in an unusual way. Urban life troubles people and they need to be charged with energetic vitamins until the next year. During the festival, practicing experts conduct more than 200 masterclasses and dozens of trainings. Their students have an opportunity to discover some secrets of psychology, learn about methods of self-motivation and time management, as well as to hear success stories of businessmen.
Люди не ожидали увидеть здесь бизнес-зону, то есть идешь, там шаманы, йога.
Last year, people were surprised to see here a business zone instead of shamans, yogis and so on. They did not understand that. This year we told people about our intentions in details prior to the event. And when they visited us this time, they understood the value of these masterclasses and talks.
И они понимают, ценность, наверное, этих мастер-классов, бесед этих.
While some people have a rest and get knowledge, others actively earn money. Indeed, various souvenirs, clothes, handcrafts, delicacies from all over the world, Bijouterie and many other things are also available at the festival. Prices are usually a little bit higher than at convenient markets, but it does not frighten buyers. Organizers assure that participation in events like this is useful not only in terms of an immediate profit, but also thanks to the advertising, which ensures payback and attraction of customers in the future. The promotion of such festivals contributes to the growing number of ethnic-style fans. Many people even choose their hobbies basing on applied art and various practices, for example yoga or capoeira. Popularity of ethnic styling clothes and adornments is also growing. Hand drum, a drum in the form of a flying saucer in Kazakhstan, costs about $100. A jaw harp, shaman's music instrument, can be purchased at $10. Everything depends on its size. The larger the instrument is, the higher is its price. Wood maracas, traditional instruments of the Indians, which are also popular in Latin America, have the same price. Holding a festival or fair without the government support is impossible. A very important aspect of such events, especially in the countryside, is security. As a rule, major festivals require the assistance of various urban and regional rescue services, such as ambulance, fire workers and security guards. Along with that, the permission of local authorities is needed. In most cases, this does not present a problem because any major event implies not only entertaining, but a direct economic benefit. Firstly, this is advertising of the country and inbound tourism. Secondly, this is a good chance of a supplementary income for the state and ordinary people.
Обычно любой такой грандиозный фестиваль поддерживает государство. Но какая отдача? Сколько людей, местных жителей, на этом фестивале
Any major
заработало?
festivals are usually supported by the state. At the same time, we should also take into consideration the fact how many people earned money on such festivals. These events imply new jobs. On the one hand, they are temporary, but on the other hand, they give people an opportunity to earn money and make them think to start doing handcrafts themselves and then sell them.
Заняться этим. Если у него золотые руки, почему бы он там не заняться каким-нибудь там местным творчеством, потому что оно продаваемо.
Perhaps the most famous, wide-scale, colorful and long-awaited festival is the Brazilian Carnival. Preparation for this event, staging variety dances, tailoring of new costumes and numerous rehearsals takes 1 year. The best Brazilian samba schools contest between each other. Each school is represented by 2,000 to 5,000 people. Even a special samba-drome has been constructed in the country for this purpose. This is a very wide street with multi-story tribunes for about 70,000 viewers.
Огромное количество людей на этом карнавале в течение года зарабатывают деньги.
Owing to this carnival, a great many of people earn money all year round. Among them are advertisers, workers of hotels, TV companies, restaurants and craftsmen. This is a step of the state towards providing people with jobs.
К тому, чтобы люди были обеспечены работой.
A real festival boom can be observed in European countries for several years. Oktoberfest in Germany, the Carnival in Venice, La Tamotina in Bagnol, the cheese and chocolate festivals in the UK and Italy, as well as many other popular events annually attract more than 5 million people from all parts of the world. Analysts have calculated that one participant of such festivals spends on the average €200 per day. Tens of thousands of tourists visit Japanese festivals. One of the most popular is the Festival of the Ages. This is a large, fancy dress procession with the participation of about 2,000 people. Few people will be surprised by exotic countries and luxury health resorts. Therefore, experts note that since recently people's interest to ethnic tourism has significantly increased. One of the reasons for that is thought to be the global financial instability. Indeed, this type of traveling is much cheaper. Some people want to live for a while in a village of an African tribe, others prefer places where no humans have ever set foot. The countries of Latin America, Costa Rica, Peru, Ecuador, Argentina and Brazil are the most popular directions in ethnotourism. They are followed by Asia, mainly by India and Nepal. Australia, Iceland and Norway close the top 3. There are tens of thousands of various fairs, festivals and other festivities throughout the world, including very unusual ones. For instance, in the small town of Gilroy in the US, the Day of Garlic is held every year. Farmers from all parts of the country and cooks gather there and prepare a wide variety of dishes with this smelly ingredient. Thanks to this original approach, revenues of this event exceed $5 billion.